Hey everybody, it's Sally. It is Tuesday. It's middle afternoon here. I've just had a second bath of the day. Like my hair, this is what it looks like if I don't over oil it up or dry it or anything. It just does this, which is kind of the way I wish it would look all the time. That's Miss Janie teasing me. I said, "Oh, do you want to visit?" She said, "I'm just waiting for a video." I said, "Give me a break." Anyway, an update for today. It is Tuesday, day 2 of my reboot experience, and I have to say I'm getting ready to have lunch. I am a little hungry. I was not hungry when I got back. I went rambling this morning. It was a short walk. It was 4 miles. It did get warm by the end. I had done this walk with Mary last week as a recce to see that the path was clear and that we knew where we were going when we went back to take a group. And so I took my big camera today, and I have some great pictures on Facebook. It's open to the public. Anybody wants to go look at my pictures, it's the Noak Ramble. There were some puppy dogs there. I had a good time taking pictures. I have some nice shots of some of the people and the puppies. Anyway, it was a good walk. I got through all day yesterday without one drop of alcohol. I know this is not going to be a problem now. She's so funny. I did have a little bit of issue last night settling down after dinner. I'm a little confused because I'm posting photos on Facebook of what I'm eating. As a matter of fact, before I forget, let me just show you what I'm getting ready to have for lunch. This is not your average thing. I would kill for a little cottage cheese right now, but I don't have any. I need to go to the store. And I'm waiting because tomorrow a brand new store is opening in our town. Woohoo! A big giant mega store, so I get to go buy some somewhere else. This is halloumi cheese. It's called squeaky cheese, and it's resting on, and that's 40 grams, which I've got to do the calorie count, but I don't think it's maybe 130 calories at the most. On some chopped tomatoes. These are called salad tomatoes over here. They're small. They're not as small as a, tiny, and they're about the size of a small plum tomato, but they're not the regular tomato shape. They are so good. And some sprouts and a couple of cucumber slices and 1 tablespoon of lentils underneath, because really I got kind of a chill. I kind of want to eat some. I mean, you get out in the heat, then you come home, then you cool off, then you take a bath, then you're like, now I'm hungry and I got a kind of a chill, so you want something warm. Although I really did want some cottage cheese, and that's not warm. So I just thought I would I would take the halloumi and put it in the pan and warm it up. It doesn't melt. It melts on the inside in a way that gets squidgy. It's called squeaky cheese because when you chew it, sometimes you hear it scrape, scrape, scrape. Anyway, I love halloumi. My favorite thing to do with it is put it on a big mushroom cap and put a thin slice in there and then microwave it or roast it in the oven. And oh, it's so good with a little bit of onion underneath. It's really good. It's a protein source. So, how am I doing? Last night I was hungry. Not physically hungry so much, although a little bit, because I didn't reach near my calorie count yesterday that I could have had, but I just want to eat when I'm really hungry and stop when I'm satisfied. I had 2 small protein shakes, like half scoop, 1 scoop rather than the 2 scoops, so that seemed to get my protein way up, and I never tracked anything like that before. And, if it ends up around 50 to 70, that's swell. Most of the time it's probably not there, but it's not hard for me to add a couple of protein shakes, half protein shakes, and that boosts it right up there. I'm really enjoying the Map My Ride app that I got off the internet for free on my phone. It also has food journaling. I really like it. I tried to make it go with me on my walk today. I had to set up the GPS on it and it didn't do, because I wanted to be able to track and keep my path so I could go back and do it again. But it didn't work. But I know I did 4 miles. So, anyway, where was I going with all this? Is you see how I need to eat, right? Okay, so last night after dinner, I was fine for a bit. I had a hard time kind of getting my dinner down for some reason. It was just some stewed, eggplant and cabbage and tomatoes. It was not my finest hour, but it was food. And I made a little quinoa to go with it. Yeah, it's okay. But it was just a cup. I measured a cup total. And then later on in the evening I was a little hungry, so I let myself have, and rightfully so, a half a cup of Greek yogurt and a half a chopped apple with a little vanilla Torani on it. Stirred around, I love that. I had a half a protein bar before I went to bed because I was really hungry. I mean, I was like, when you can't settle down, because it's like a baby can't sleep if it doesn't have a full stomach, or I had no carbs in it. If I don't have any carbs in my system, it's hard for me to go to sleep, I think. But So, let's see. So I had a half of, and I counted all this, and I was still fine. And I had a warm cup of almond breeze. Now, if you've never had almond breeze milk, I get the 30-calorie kind here. And you warm it in the microwave with just a little vanilla Torani or a little hazelnut or whatever. Um, and you put nutmeg on top. I have a fresh nutmeg in a grater. Oh, and you warm it in the microwave. It is so. That's what I hope would get me through the evening. But I started with that, and then an hour later, I was like still antsy, and I ate those other things through the next 3 hours. But I did get up when I started to get real fidgety and thought I'd go eat something, or I wanted to eat something, but I couldn't sit through the commercials anymore. It was making me nuts. I got up and did my weightlifting. I just got the bar out and I did bicep curls, bicep crunches, and overhead presses, and did some squats, just enough to wear me out. It was like I was getting a little hyper. And so to do that physical effort, and I did some crunches on the floor. I don't mind doing crunches. I really don't. I used to hate sit-ups in school. God, I hated them. So I did that for like 15 minutes, and then the TV was more interesting and I could settle down. I will tell you, I had trouble sleeping last night. And that's the one thing I'm really hoping is gonna, I was certainly tired enough to sleep. But anyway, got up this morning, felt great. Had I'm not hungry first thing. I had 1 cup of coffee. I really don't seem to be into my coffee either, which really surprises me. Cup of coffee, and right before I left to go on my ramble, I ate a protein bar. That's 200 calories. And then I took for my snack on the ramble a medium-sized apple. And so that was all I had. And then when I came home, I drank a large glass of water with a little of that amino acid powder in it, like 1 scoop, which is like 10 calories. And that felt like that kind of rehydrated and balanced me out. And then I had a bath, and now I'm going to eat my lunch because I'm hungry. But I just wanted to say thanks for all your support. I am feeling terrific. I feel like it's really possible. And, oh my gosh, I have these walking pants that I have not worn in 3 months either, I'm sure, because they were too tight I felt like they were tight in the winter. And maybe I had 1 layer underneath, but it was a thin, like Spanx kind of warm, layer thing. And I still didn't feel like I could move my legs far enough to climb over the stiles very easily. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to switch to stretchy or loose pants. And I had. Well, I put those on this morning because it's hot and I didn't want to wear anything too heavy. And they fit great. So that made me really encouraged. I just feel so much better, and I thank you all for your support. And I just want to encourage everybody to know it is not too late. Now, I'm not fixating on what number the scale gets to. I'm not even getting on the scale. I just want to do this and feel like I have picked the pen up and am writing my own story, that my story is not writing itself without anyone at the helm. And that's what started to happen when I just sort of chillaxed into vacation mode. Oh, so what if we have an ale here and an ale there, and I have a drink every night, and then eat, the occasional thing. Not really that bad, but my patterns have gotten very sloppy, and I really need to stop and count the cost and account for what I'm doing, and that will make me more mindful. I had become not mindful of what I was doing, and this life was too hard to come by, and I made too many choices and risked my health and my life and other foolish things that I have done to have this go down the tubes for me. And I don't even know it was going that far down the tubes, but you guys know what I mean. I just am great. I'm going to be here. So thanks, and I'll see you guys later on. I promise not to bore you this much anymore.